Welcome back, and welcome to those of you who may be joining us. We're at the Ubisoft Montreal studios here for Honor and the reveal of Year 3, Season 4, Sunda. And right now, joined with me is our friends from the map teams, Ed and Alex, for the first time on the Warriors Den. How you guys doing today?
What's up, Mike? It's good to be here finally.
I'm very happy that you guys are here because we got our first ever Wulin map, and not only that, it is a breach map. So we're going to take a look at that, but before we do, can you guys maybe give us a couple of words to describe this before we get into it?
Oh, okay. You're going to put us on the spot like that?
Of course.
Art-wise, I definitely have to say I'd go with vibrant because, yeah, definitely, because we really wanted to inject as much color compared to certain other For Honor maps, really to set apart the Wulin faction.
Nice. And gameplay-wise, Ed, is there anything specifically that you think that this map, kind of showcases?
Honestly, I think it's one of the best breach maps we have up to date. It's one of my favorites.
Okay,
so
Ed, what you have done is now
that's a statement right
the
there.
bar.
Well, because I find that this map, it takes all of the learnings that we've had through the different breach maps we've done so far, and it really takes together all the pieces that work very well, and just took it from there.
Very nice. Well, now the hype is real, so
Yeah.
let's get into it.
Yeah.
We've got the free camera that we're going to start off from the attacker's perspective.
Yeah.
Can you describe what we're seeing right now?
Well, so basically, welcome to the Wulin territory. This is on the edge of Heathmore and the Wulin land. And basically, the first part of this map is breaching through a bastion where
Damn, look at all these
it
people.
has been under siege for so long that it's destroyed, so they keep trying to rebuild it and defend their lands.
Very nice. And so I'm assuming, for the main lane and stuff like that, is there any, tips and tricks walking in as an attacker or a defender? Are there things that people have to take a look at coming into the game?
Yeah, well, I mean, what you need to do is basically keep in mind where all the boosts are to try and get that tactical edge above everybody else.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely going to help capture that main lane.
So now we're taking a look at the side lane right now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, here we have the side lane, and as you can see, there's several paths. There's always several paths to get to where you want to go. So the important thing is learn the layout. If you're new to the map, even if you're new to the mode, one of the key elements is learn the layout, because learning the quickest route or maybe even an alternate path to get to where you want to go is very important. So, for instance, in this map in particular, you'll always find a healing zone under the side lane.
Okay, gotcha.
So keep that in mind if you're desperate for health.
So always the second point within the face.
Yes,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Quick heal.
And so then after that, we're taking a look at the first, what I see is a very imposing gate, right?
Yeah, and as you can see, with the rooftops and all the fresks on the wall, we really added a lot of color,
Yeah, very nice.
and tried to identify what the Wulin architecture would be like.
I'm assuming a lot of research goes into that, and of course you want to stay true to the Chinese culture and the architecture.
Tons. And I really have to give a big shout out to Qiang, which helped us build this map, but also served as consultants to make sure that everything was period specific, so that we didn't have any buildings that stood apart as too modern.
Yeah, gotcha. And now we're taking a look at another little boost in the
So of
right
course
side.
you have the side lane, but on the opposite side, you really want to know where the boosts are, and especially the shield banner, which you'll need to grab if you want to shield one of your objectives.
Yeah,
and that's really important if you're looking to win.
And we'll see how the teams that are going to be playing in this map use those boosts to their advantage. Why don't we get through, which I see that you're already doing, going to the maybe the Cauldron area, where there's going to be some pretty epic battles.
A heavily contested point, of course.
Yes, the Cauldron being one of those things that is very hot.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can see that they're stockholding all the oils for the cauldron there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Here, if you ever wonder where does all that come from?
Yeah. Awesome.
And here we're making our way out.
A view on the wall.
And
itself.
I'm assuming this has
Oh,
to be
there's people
drawn
over there on
as
the bridge.
Inspiration of the Great Wall of China, of course.
Definitely, yeah.
Can we call it the Good Wall? Yeah, we'll call
It's
it
a pretty good wall.
Yeah, it's a pretty good wall.
It's been breached once. So.
Yeah. So this you kind of described this as more like a military area. We'll head into.
I had the dragons
once we
on the
reach
side.
the first gates.
Let's
Let's
do
take
it.
a
Really
look.
nice.
Nice,
Oh, goodness.
nice sound.
Hacker.
There you
I
go.
think we're gonna use that in game instead of what we have right now.
something like that. So one of the challenges in building this map was how do we give the impression of big open spaces, but without having it feel too empty?
It's freezing. Not good.
To try and stay true to their types of architecture.
Yeah.
And if you pan up and look towards the left, you can see that we have the military district on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And the residential district with temples.
Damn, that freaking
So right
that
now,
wall
we're
does
taking
remind me
a look at
of the
residential.
Great Wall of
This is the
China.
first time that they get breached, so you're really walking into, you know, where they're just living.
Yeah,
as part of the
yeah.
world. Gotcha.
And it basically lends itself to the first thematic of this capture point, which is the Armoury.
Yeah. So, and one thing that you'll notice in this map is that the side lane is always on the left side of the map. So along the entire map, you'll always find, you know, if you're...
So it's like a straight line?
Yeah, exactly.
gotcha.
From phase 1 into the commander's phase, it'll be a straight line. You won't be crisscrossing along the map for the side lane.
Nice.
So yeah. So that's
Map
a
looks
point
beautiful,
when
man.
People are starting to play this map for the
Gotta
first
say
time.
that, man.
And so
The
this
action
is the
very
second
focused.
capture point, so that means that there has to be the healing zone, right?
Oh shit!
If we go right
Did you guys see
over
that?
here, you'll find where the
I
healing
saw Qiang Jun right there.
Welcome to the
A statue of him.
It's a day spa?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that an indoor pool?
That is
That's an indoor pool.
yeah.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
The soldiers gotta relax somewhere, right?
Anybody who says that we don't take care of the small details here on the For Honor
I
team,
know.
you are wrong. Okay? There's an indoor pool in the map.
No Easter eggs in there,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
No,
Is that a
no
turtle?
attempted whatsoever.
Yeah.
It looks like a
This is
turtle.
great shot too of going into the boost zone.
So spa
Yeah.
on the left side.
Yeah.
That is a
Take me to
turtle.
the right
I can't
side.
tell.
What's going on the right
So
side?
Because the face
this
looks
is
like it has a
kinda,
dragon face.
An echo of
But it has
what we
it
did
like
in
a shell of a
Bastion,
turtle.
where the Guardian has his own area with the ballista overlooking it.
Yeah.
So it was inspired from that one.
Gotcha.
You must be the luckiest ballista alive to have such a beautiful building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah,
Like look at how intricate.
Ooh,
this
look at
is.
that, dude.
it's very, very peaceful in here.
Can you get a shot of the ceiling? Look at that. The modeling done is
Oh,
phenomenal.
wow.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yep. When people go in here, make sure you appreciate the art.
Yeah,
Before
before you
you-
get killed.
Exactly. Exactly.
And where would the Guardian be?
And so the Guardian would be right in this beautiful area out here.
Okay, so not indoors this time around. Outdoors.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's the first time we have an outdoor guardian fight.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always love this about the For Honor maps. It's just such a beautiful setting where so many deaths will take place and
Yep.
executions
Yeah.
will take place.
I think that sums up For Honor
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Beautiful areas in which to murder each other.
Yeah.
Qiang Jun!
Oh,
He's right there.
It's his own statue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Very
okay.
nice. Very
Awesome.
nice.
So let's go check out the cauldron area
Yeah,
of
of
this.
course.
Look at Qiang Jun, man. He's getting all the paparazzis.
So here we have where the defenders.
All the
will
fame
be
and
coming in
glory.
from. So they have several. They have this ladder. They have this zip line, which leads them closer to the Guardian area,
Nice.
and they have this zip line that leads them to the side lane.
A couple of shortcuts. Nice.
Exactly. Yeah. So they can always get to where they want to go. I think that's very important.
Again, the lanterns.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'd like to mention another thing also. One of the challenges was basically we created every single new texture from scratch for this faction. So all the walls are
dragon.
new, all the grounds are new.
Really?
So it really sets it apart from all the other ones.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Very nice.
And,
And
here-
so then after that, I guess we'll take a look at the final barrier before we get into
Yes.
the royal area, because that's
do
where
it.
you have to go as the attackers to kill the commander.
all right.
So let's get another sound effect.
Hacker.
There we go. Okay, so take us through where the commander will be.
Courtyard.
So the commander will definitely be spawning in this area. So we always have a little visual cue there, so that you'll be able to,
Yeah.
place him in your mind where he should be.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting about this map, this is one of the more intricate navigational commander phases that we've done so far. So for instance, you have this area underneath the lane where the pikemen are, and here you'll find a boost. You never know. If
I really love this path too because it almost makes it feel like a skirmish or something, like another
Yeah.
different type of map once you
Yeah.
get in there, because you have all these flanking paths and ways to escape and
Yeah.
go and heal up.
I always like escaping because I can't handle my problems in For Honor hands on. So,
Once again, you'll find the healing zone, and that means that the final capture zone is right above it.
And of
Whoa.
course, a beautiful statue here.
Right here.
Nice. So some vases for some extra protection, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so as you can see, the ballista is right there on the opposite side.
Very nice.
So this will provide some cover
yes.
when you need it.
Very cool. And so in that circle is where you'll see the commander, and then after that, on the other side, if you'd like to, I guess, use the ballista
Yeah.
against him, how would you do
Exactly.
so?
Yeah. Another cool thing also to mention is that the sound team did such an incredible job with this map. I mean, when you're done fighting, just take a minute just to stop and listen, and you can hear chimes and things like that. It really sets the mood and immerses you into the map. It's cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Can I remember
Thank
that
you
tip?
so much, guys. Absolutely breathtaking, and it's the first Wulin map, again, for those of you who may be joining us now that are late to the party, a breach map, and we're going to get to see that in action right after this. So again, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Alex,
Look
I hope
at
you
that,
enjoyed
dragon
your first time on
in a
Warriors Dance
turtle
Game,
shell.
but
That's
of course,
hilarious.
you're an experienced veteran on this thing. But guys, we've got our community that's here that's going to play on this map some best of 3 in terms of breach matches. And to do so, we've got some special casters. So I'm going to introduce those guys for you. Of course, we got our friend Verbalocity. We don't have the image right now, but we're going to take a look. So Verbalocity, and of course it's Halloween, so we needed to bring a clown. Vivid Naz as well with us. All jokes aside, guys, thank you again. We'll have a little bit of a flyby map in terms of a video, just to recap the beauty of this map, and then we'll get right into it. So stick around.